Ladies and gentlemen, Knockout Chaos continues with a world title contest. Let's first welcome the challenger from England, the undefeated Nick the Wrecking Ball.
A lot of hype around this 27-year-old out of Liverpool, England, 19-0, 11 knockouts. But guys, unfortunately for him, even though he's a slight favorite, he's fighting a Mexican. We go all the way back to Barrera versus Prince Nassim Hamed. We saw what Josh Warrington, what happened to him, Mauricio Lara. Canelo Alvarez seems to have beaten up 20 English guys. Why is it, Darren, that Mexico seems to own this rivalry?
Well, Nick Ball is going to break that mold tonight.
Really?
Well, look, Barry said it, we've said this all week, that everything should point to Ray Vargas here. He's the proven fighter. He's the one who's become a world champion a couple of times. But there's something about this man's style which I've been so impressed with. The way he explodes into distance, out of range, the variation that he uses, and the way that he kind of uses his height, or lack of height, as an advantage. Very hard for fighters to punch down at times, but he's in with a very good, seasoned fighter, a veteran almost.
There he is.
And now let's welcome to the ring the defending world champion from Mexico, Ray Vargas.
Well, if the old adage is true, that you're only as good as the company you keep, he's got Manny Pacquiao, Mike, walking him to the ring.
I like this man. I commentated on his world title winning night in Hull, it was, against Gavin McDonald back in 2017. His style is such that he tends to have to go the long route, but to me, he's very impressive to watch.
Well, you say the long route. He is long and rangy, Barry, 5'10.5" with a 70.5-inch wingspan.
And he uses it so well, and that's the patience. That's what makes it so good. He keeps throwing that jab, until he forces you to rush in and make a mistake, and that's when he fires back. And he fires back with fast combinations and ferociousness as well. This is a man who's not beyond stopping people. No, he's got a good stoppage KO ratio as it is. But he's known for his boxing ability, his patience, and of course he uses that reach to his full advantage.
And these are two men who each of them make best use of their respective heights. And I know the image of them at the face-off at the press conference this week went absolutely viral. We're going to see a repeat of that when the referee calls them together. But as I say, they are very adept at making the very best of what they have in terms of height and reach.
Ray Vargas blessing us with his presence here today, and it's a double-edged sword. Darren, tall and long is great, but there's a lot of body for Nick Ball to work with.
Exactly that, and he loves the jab to the body, he loves the straight right hand to the body. He will definitely, for sure, target that area.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it will be for the WBC Featherweight Championship of the World. Brought to you by Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions. In conjunction with Riyadh Season, National Events Center, the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Gold Star Promotions, Gimmick and Sella. In association with TGB Promotions. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, Steward in Charge Robin Smith, along with the World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman, Supervisor Hussein Wishi, Timekeeper Joseph Brannon. Our three judges assigned will be Massimo Barrovecchio of Italy, Ray Dansecco of the United States, and Junbei Lim of Korea. Our referee in charge will be Giovanni Paggi of Italy. Introducing to you first, the challenger fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing black with silver and weighed in officially at 126 pounds. Coming to us from Liverpool, England, he brings an undefeated record with 19 wins. 11 of his 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current WBC silver featherweight champion and the #1 ranked contender in the world by the WBC, Nick the Wrecking Ball! And his opponent across the ring in this world title contest, he is the defending world champion fighting tonight out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing white with gold and weighed in officially at 125 pounds. Hailing from Otumba, Mexico, Mexico. He has a professional record of 36 wins, just 1 defeat, with 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBC Super Bantamweight World Champion, and tonight, the reigning and defending WBC Featherweight Champion of the World, Ray Vargas!
Come on, gentlemen. Remember what I told you in the dressing room. No rabbit punch. Watch your head. Stop black, step back. Touch your gloves, and good luck at the corner.
A striking contrast physically between the Mexican and the man from Great Britain. Will the Wrecking Brawl have his breakout performance, or will he get broken down by the freakishly tall WBC featherweight champion of the world, Ray Vargas?
Round 1. Looks.
I don't need to tell you, but I'll do it anyway. Nick Ball in the black trunks, Ray Vargas in the white. Barry, I know you faced a lot of fighters taller than you. How did you handle it?
That's not true. I was tall for my weight.
I'm talking about the street.
Yeah, it's difficult, but you know, but good timing and fast feet can get you close to the target very quickly. And also, as Darren was saying, use your height, you know, to your advantage. And certainly, Mike was saying, to you slide in low.
You can see already it's going to be trying to get inside that lead hand.
And also, Nick Ball's had a whole life of probably having to fight people taller, so he's used to this. As is Vargas used to fight shorter people. Good right hand there from Vargas.
Ray Vargas, so much championship experience. This is his 9th recognized world title fight. He's 7-1 coming into this one, lands a right to the body.
I love this approach, though, from Ball, showing no respect to the champion whatsoever. He's holding the center of the ring, looking to pounce on every opportunity he can.
But like Ray Vargas coming off his first professional loss as a pro, he's 36-1. How do you think that's going to affect him?
I think the early stages will be absolutely key, and I thought what was kind of ironic there, we've been talking about their respective heights, and the first serious, effective body shot was landed by Vargas.
Yeah, he does put together well to the body, Vargas. A bit more tricky, though, in this contest, but nice right round the left guard, and again on the other side. Good work.
When Vargas throws a body shot, he is so exposed. If Nick Ball can time it right.
Just quickening the feet up there, Ball, but just got a little bit too close and just smothered his work a little bit.
Another Mexico versus Great Britain showdown.
See, Vargas with his back shots. When he throws the jab, his right elbow flares out slightly. Might be an opportunity there for Ball just to slip inside the jab if he can, throw his left to the body.
Throw from too far out there. Ball. Got to throw some more feints. And then slide the feet a bit closer. That's crazy there, that was. Nice uppercut right hand there from Vargas also. He's having a good first round here.
Good shot. Ball hasn't been able to touch him yet. There's a little bit of leather.
A little bit of frustration shown there, Ball. Really trying to force himself onto Vargas. Vargas been working nicely behind that jab, and the body shots have been very impressive.
Okay, it's a good start, and we've got our jab working, and we've had a little look at him, do you know what I mean? But now, it starts answering back with some of the counters, the right hooks to the body, the odd left uppercut, come back once he's thrown it, you know what I mean, with 1 or 2. Once you've cornered him to the ropes, let's go in now behind our jab and let our hands fall a little bit more, you know what I mean? So it's a good start, we've had a look at him, but now it's time to pick him up on some of them counter shots, keep your jab working, controlling the ring really well, you put him in position a few times, a little bit busier, you know what I mean?
Corners, 10 seconds.
You were asking me, Todd, about what effect that might have, that defeat
Seconds
for Ray
out.
Vargas by Shaki.
Round
Foster.
2.
And it was more than a year ago, so there's been a long time for it to fester, but that first round would have been just what he wanted.
Barry said you sense some frustration already for Nick Ball. Not good, but we're only in the second round.
Yeah, but it's okay. He's got to not panic, not tense out. If he tenses up, he's going to constrict the muscles, and when he does attack, he's going to be short anyway with the target. He's just going to know this is going to be a building game for Nick Ball here. He's just got to make Vargas make a mistake, keep trying to pressurise him with the foot, and then explode into your attacks from a low centre of gravity.
Vargas' first fight over a year. Nick Ball has fought 24 rounds of action during the Vargas layoff, so he's been much more busy. Wins over Lamati and Isaac Dogbo.
I'll tell you what, he threw that right hand there, Ball. He was only short by an inch, wasn't he?
Nice jab.
So patient though, isn't he, Vargas?
Look at that body again. He needs to slip inside this jab. I don't think when he leads, Vargas too cute, he moves his feet. I think he's got to try and get his timing on point here and try and slip inside the jab of Vargas.
I like how Ball put his left hand around Vargas and pulled him in physically so he could land an uppercut.
But you know, it was clever for Vargas, so he just went chest to chest and he didn't allow Ball to work. Just leaning on him.
Smart boxing for Vargas, really using his height and reach to good effect here.
Smart lateral foot movement as well.
Yeah, but Ball's he's trying to call him off here, Ball, isn't he, a little bit? Not quite working out yet.
Oh, there's a left hand on the inside as well. The crowd kind of buzzing. He's kind of got that Mike Tyson feel to him, like you're just waiting for me to catch him coming inside against a much bigger opponent. Looks like a little brick house.
Yeah, and again, I really, really love the fact that he's showing no respect. He's trying his best to get close, not overawed by this occasion. We didn't know if he would. We've never seen him at this kind of level. So, impressed by this, don't get me wrong. Vargas is boxing nicely, but good intent by Ball.
A couple of good shots there, Vargas as well.
Jostling for position.
Yeah.
Just not allowing Ball to set himself. He's not, the ball's still there, but he just can't set himself to let his hands go.
Oh, come on! Say something, bro!
Ooh. Good right to the body from Ray Vargas.
Missed with that uppercut by an inch again.
Vargas 8.5 inches taller.
Come on, again!
mete con derecha o gancho. Con las dos manos, esta y esta.
Despierta, pon atención.
Escucha,
Ok.
derecha para que no se meta, no se mete.
Me vas a rotar las manos. Sí, suéltala.
Tienes que entrar en calor.
Se mete, venga para atrás.
Empieza a castigar el cuerpo, Rey. Hay que ir sumando y ganando el round. ¿Sale? Castígale el cuerpo,
No
castígale
dejes
los
que
hombros.
toma la acción él.
¿Sale?
No dejes que toma la acción. No te metas en su juego.
Derecha, derecha.
Goed weg.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 3.
Here we go, round 3. The second round, a pretty good one for Nick Ball, at least compared to the first.
Yeah, look, he's raising the pace slightly. Look, nice right to the body there from Vargas.
Nice there from Ball, doubling up that left hook.
Might do any, whoa, that was a judo toss from Nick Ball.
Perhaps signs of frustration. It's still early, but yes, finding it quite hard to get inside that jab of Vargas.
Mike, when you see these two in there, does this bring any other matchups in the past to mind where you had a much smaller fighter facing a big, tall guy and able to get the job done?
Yeah, there's one in our presentation area. David Hay versus Vanderbilt, of course.
Tommy Hitman Hearns was always much taller. Not sure Roberto Duran was as short as Nick Ball was comparatively.
Looking to hold his feet a little bit more here, Vargas. Oh, lovely work to the body. Not moving as much, is he?
Good go there from Ball. He's having decent little rounds here. Oh, good shot.
Surprised at the amount of body work that Vargas is doing.
If I'm honest, yeah, I thought we might see a lot of straight shots to the body from Ball. Maybe it's a jab to the body from Vargas. I know he is a terrific, hurtful body puncher, but I did think he struggled to find the target, but he hasn't.
There it is again on the belt line with the left hand.
Jab as well from Vargas. Jump from the floor there. It's like you said earlier, Mike, but it's ironic, isn't it? That most of the scoring shots here, Vargas, are body shots.
He's a little bit too obvious with his attacks ball. I think Vargas is reading it. He's got to be a bit more cute in offense. Ball is lunging in a little bit. So desperate to get close, but he's telegraphing that movement.
As an amateur, Ray Vargas was beaten by an English fighter. He lost to Luke Campbell in his first bout at the 2009 World Amateur Championships.
Good work.
Vargas left his head there to be hit, and then a good uppercut from the Mexican.
Fantastic response there from Vargas. Done some good shots here, Paul. But again, I don't think he's been effective enough compared to the work of Vargas here, especially the body work.
Oh, finished it off with the left, caught him coming in again. Ray Vargas looking good.
Doctor, dale una silla al caballo, viejo. Rey, al caballo. Quédate aquí derecho, mete aquí. Pam, 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 y todo.
Le cedas la distancia, Rey. Le
Distancia.
cedes la distancia
Hay
y es
un
como
lado.
rompe y por eso te hace lo que te hace.
Hay un lado con las manos arriba, no te agachas, te alcanza. Si te agachas, te alcanza.
Pon atención. Ok.
Mete el golpe aquí doble, aquí, acá, los dos lados. Aquí, acá y acá, acá y acá.
Más frecuencia de golpe, Rey. Más frecuencia, suéltate.
Mike, interesting that Nick Ball chooses
Almost
never to
10
use a stool.
seconds.
I always think that's a bit of a gamble.
Seconds out.
Because there might come a time
Round
when you
4.
have to use it, and that is sending the strongest possible signal.
Brilliant answer, actually.
George Foreman would like to stand up.
So eager to try and get to that tag of just rushing his way, just smuggling his own work over here, Ball.
Did the odds makers see something that we didn't? Because technically, Nick Ball was the favorite coming into this.
I'm shocked. Like, I for some reason, I think it's all my logic of how you pick a winner, and I thought Ball could do it. Just thought maybe the timing was right. But you had to make Vargas a favorite, I thought, because of all his pedigree.
He's boxing well, he really is. He knows when to hold his feet, when to move. You know, I'm impressed with the intent. He's missing with a lot, not showing obvious signs of frustration.
Put down with a decent left hook there, though.
Yeah. I think the uppercut's there for Vargas. After that jab, you see the guard there quite wide. The ball. He covers the temples really well, but that does leave gaps through the middle.
Even there, see Ball landed a shot and Vargas lands for 3. And I said that when he spilled it, was just that this would be probably the first time that people fire back when he lands.
Mike, do you think that Ball has the mentality that if I can just land one of these power punches, I can rock this guy?
Yeah, it's interesting. Darren was saying earlier on what he loves about it is that he's showing Vargas no respect, or, you know, enough respect to get the job done here. But I think sometimes there has to be a more measured, a more calculated approach to what he's attacking, because Vargas is seeing a lot of this, he's reading a lot of this.
He's telegraphing. He is.
Should be trying to feint Chinny or shimmy in his step just to get closer to the target.
Will to win, the desire to want to become a world champion is obvious, but so is his attacks. And someone with that experience of Vargas, you see it now, he's managing the fight well.
It's been a close round though, this one. I still think Vargas is winning it at the minute.
Still to come our 2 heavyweight bouts. Haley Zhang. Oh, the referee coming in there. What was that? Maybe a headbutt or something?
You can't hit him twice. I thought that was weird, wasn't it?
Finally, Ball had success. The referee says, now you stop that.
Too much.
2 heavyweight fights coming up next. The co-main event, Haley Zhang versus Parker, and of course the main event, AJ versus Ngannou. Knockout Chaos live from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Here's the big man. Next up, as Todd was saying, Haley Zhang, with those very, very impressive wins against Joe Joyce, and you could make an argument here that at the age of 40, this man is still improving.
He hits so hard, Derek. I mean, we talk about how hard Ngannou hits. Pound for pound, I think Shane might hit even harder than Ngannou.
We see that against Joyce, didn't we? That lead right hook was I mean, a fantastic shot, but the variation with that left hand, he's such a hurtful puncher, like you're saying. It comes from the accuracy,
10
the
seconds.
speed in which he delivers the shot.
Before Haley Zhang, Joyce
out.
didn't meet a punch that his chin couldn't
Round
handle,
5.
but that was erased immediately by the big man from China. He is up next against Joseph Parker, who, to his credit, completely neutralized a big puncher in Deontay Wilder.
Having been beaten by Joe Joyce.
Well, Barry, what do you tell Nick Ball if you're in the corner? It ain't working.
You got the head movement. I've tried to shimmy with my feet a little bit. Feint here, step there, go that way. I think you got to almost like zigzag your way in. It's not quite the boxing move, but the way he's trying to just jump it from too far out, it's not working. He's landing, and he got a bit closer in the last round. But unless Vargas starts to slow down, I can't see how he has any more success.
And I think he's delivering the punch before he moves his feet. He needs to bring his feet down before he throws the shot. Again, the experience and the know-how of Vargas. He's just moved his own feet. He's just got out of trouble straight away. And then the body shots have been so impressive. They really are, with both hands.
What was he able to do against Isaac Dogbo that he's not able to do here tonight against Ray Vargas?
He was very, very smart. I mean, his opponent, Dogbo, wasn't as quick, wasn't as experienced, really. It's nowhere near this level, but he's able to have his own way for me, Ball. He's not here.
Dogbo's 5'5". Biggest factor. But he was fantastic that night, he really was. And also, I think he's one of those fighters, Ball, if it doesn't hurt, it doesn't count.
And maybe Ball feeds off the energy of the English crowd. You know, that's got to play a part as well. It's almost eerily silent here.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, I think he's boxing the way he normally boxes. It's just, you know, he's up against a guy here who's full of experience and crazy reach distance.
There's a big difference in the numbers there, despite these similar landed percentage.
Left hook there from Ball.
Could have done with throwing one more there. He backed Vargas on the rope door, exchanging left hooks.
Yeah, Vargas decided to stay on the inside, maybe paid.
Looks like Vargas is trying to push him back a little bit now. He's trying to work for Ball. Gets that front foot closer like it is now.
The movement's very good for Vargas, but he doesn't predominantly move in one direction. He's left, right, backwards, forwards. Very difficult to read.
He's been fantastic to the body tonight, hasn't he? That shot.
Well, on March the 23rd, X Series goes to Nashville, Tennessee. It's X Series 13 as Fox the G takes on the most evil tag team live from the Volunteer State, only on DAZN. You ever been to Nashville, guys? Any of you? No. Music City, USA? Oh, come on.
He's not really going to feel it, is he? You know what I mean? So
play some Taylor Swift every once in a while, okay?
He's now on my bucket list now.
There you go.
Went to Memphis for Lewis against Tyson in 2002. That's a great music city.
Absolutely. The blues. Beale Street.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out.
This is not only frustrating for Nick Ball, but obviously all his legions of fans tuning in right now from Liverpool. They've got to be like, what can we do here?
Well, the chances are he's 5-0 down at the minute, so you know it's a real worry for him.
Well, let's look at your official scorecard. You jumped the gun there. A great picture of you, by the way. So handsome.
I was happy that day.
50-45 for Vargas. So Ball's going to have to win every round, pretty much, to win this fight.
He's made a couple of those rounds a little bit closer, but I just think Vargas has finished strong in some of those rounds just to do enough. And throughout it, really, those body shots of Vargas as well.
Oh, a good right hand from Vargas, but it doesn't deter Ball, who again tosses Vargas to the canvas.
Yeah, it was a nice right hand. And then drops it to the body. It's just the variation in all of his work, not just the shots that he's throwing, Vargas, the movement. Whether he chooses to plant his feet, he has success. Whether he moves, he has success.
The Ball's not trying to block these bodies. I don't think the body shots are hurting him. He's not even trying to block them.
Oh, that was low. That was low.
That's not the first one either, to be fair. That's about 4 I've seen. Where he wants to be. That's what Vargas needs to do.
They're talking trash. Not sure if Nick Ball speaks Spanish. Underlay, arriba. Tell him to come on in, come get it. You know, Manny Pacquiao sitting ringside in Ray Vargas' corner. I'm sure Nick Ball might appreciate some advice from him on how to get on the inside against a bigger fighter.
Well, he got to where he wanted to be there, didn't he? He got some good moves from Vargas.
Yeah.
But Vargas tied him up, slowed him down.
Yeah, I think he was headhunting a bit too much for Vargas. On the road again, I mean, look, he landed that second shot there, but I think he's better off with the straight shots to the body first, then the head shots.
Vargas says, you pull the trigger first for once. Come on. To be fair, Vargas has been making a meal of things.
Yes, he really has, yeah.
If this were football, he might get a yellow card for simulation with Jose Mourinho sitting ringside.
These body shots are having no effect on Ball, but they're storing punches.
Vamos! Vamos, come on!
He's doesn't Nick Ball. Because Vargas is so patient, isn't he? Just like, all he got to do is just wait. And he has that reach, just pop that jab out.
Scrappy round. Well, Usyk will have to find his way inside the reach of that man. Tyson Fury live on May the 18th. Who do you fancy in that matchup, Darren?
Say that again, sorry.
Who do you fancy in the Usyk?
Oh, wow.
His Excellency.
There's an old saying, a good big un will always beat a good little un. But how much is left of Tyson Fury? Obviously, none of us were impressed with how he performed against Ngannou. Usyk is a master. He is smaller.
Corners, 10 seconds.
By the way, did you pick Nick Ball to beat Ray Vargas tonight? What was your prediction?
Seconds out.
No, it's a simple question. Who did you pick to win?
Maybe I'm a little bit patriotic.
Yeah, we both did, to be honest. That's the truth.
Well, it's not over yet, is it, Mike?
We're only halfway.
All right.
But it's a mountain to climb here for Nick Ball. He could very well be 6-0 down on my card. That one was a little bit closer. He might have nicked it, but I still thought Vargas was just a little bit busier.
I'll tell you one thing, I know it's the weight above, but it shows you how good O'Shaquie Foster is.
Yeah. But Vargas dared to be great. Went out, lost that fight, now back down to defend his title. Oh, nearly timed it perfect in Vargas. He may have a cut. No.
Vargas is very good at this. At stemming the flow of Ball's attacks, finding the way by dropping to a knee.
There's a right hand for Nick Ball, and Vargas appeared to be at least a little bit affected by that as he backed up to the ropes.
Oh, good shot again there from Ball.
He's complaining a lot.
Yeah, but why did Ball stop? He should have just kept throwing punches there. He has opportunity.
These are better signs, not just from Ball, but from the reactions he's getting from Vargas. Again, just headhunting. I just feel target the body with straight shots first.
Threw a lot of punches there, Vargas. Didn't land with anything. Shot there though for the body.
He still keeps going downstairs to Vargas.
Left hook from Ball.
Right hand, he's been waiting all the night. He's still on it. What a momentum swing. The crowd's buzzing now, and there's Vargas going to the canvas. I'm surprised the referee hasn't perhaps at least threatened to take a point from him.
Those legs were badly stiffened.
That was a lovely right hand. He's got to keep working, try and find that shot again. Can't be predictable.
Ray Vargas, who's won every minute of every round, is in trouble.
Oh, shot again there from Ball. He won't let him off the hook here, Ball.
And in front of Jose Mourinho, is this a game of two halves?
Oh, what a shot.
And look at Vargas coming forward now instead of maybe trying to survive a little bit.
This is heating up.
Vargas showing perhaps too much machismo. Vámonos, you hear me yelling, and Vargas is in real trouble.
He's holding on to everything there, Vargas. He's got
What's a smart thing to do as we approach 10 seconds left in the round?
About time, ref.
But a great round for Nick Ball, his best by miles, and now Ray Vargas wants to get right in his grill.
And interesting as the referee pushed Vargas away there, he was on very unsteady legs.
He was. And he's kind of shifted there a little bit. At the end of that round, it was Vargas who looked frustrated. Definitely avoiding himself from getting caught with that right hand, but 100% no doubt about it, those legs were gone. Have a look at the shot again. He just dips the legs. Almost looked like he was going to throw a left hand, and he's just got over that left hand of Vargas.
Look how he chases him down there, though, straight away. As soon as he lands that right hand, he looks, he chases him down. But Vargas, who did so well to fill his way through that round. Look at that, some good work there. But
corners, 10 seconds.
Nice little left hook as well, wasn't it? Also from Ball. But
and he just misses.
Shot is so like magical.
Seconds out.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really was.
Almost a
Round 8.
Let's see if Ball can keep the ball rolling here. Ray Vargas being tested now, and in a fight that was, let's be honest, as boring as watching paint dry, has all of a sudden come to life.
Suddenly, after 6 rounds, Nick Ball looked like the favourite the bookmakers had made.
Darren, you're not, you might not be in the woods yet. Let's look at Barry's scorecard.
I got the first 6 rounds. I think the 6th round was close. That could have gone either way, but that 7th round, the call was a massive round there for Nick Ball. And the momentum shift now, if he can just build on that.
Switch a fair bit as well.
Shot left hook, little left hook, little right hand.
So Darren, what does Ray Vargas need to do now to stem the momentum and perhaps just kind of calm things down?
The lead hand, the jab. But you can't be sloppy with that lead hand because we've already seen it's the right hand again that's doing the damage. These are really good, encouraging signs for Nick Ball.
Can Nick Ball become the little engine that could after being shut out the first 6 rounds?
Well, having the same effect though on Vargas as in the previous round, but he slowed down a bit here, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's lost his fight.
There again with the left.
I think Ball is pushing him and pulling him, but Vargas is holding also.
I mean, Ball's strong, but he's not that strong to throw him down, what, 10 times to the canvas with a forearm?
It's a good jab. Found his range here, hasn't he, Nick Ball?
He's just edging them feet closer to Vargas. Definitely finding the target ball now.
You can even see the look on Ball's face. He has a different countenance now, doesn't he?
That steely concentration.
Like, now I know I can get it. Let's do it. What a comeback this would be for a 27-year-old. Same hometown as the 4 fighting Smith brothers, Callum, Liam, Stephen, and Paul. And, of course, the Beatles.
Because Paul Hodgkinson, who held this very same title in the 90s from Liverpool. Again for that right hand, Ball there for him.
Especially when he's throwing the jab like that, Vargas. That's dangerous. Just pouring that shot.
They're going to call a knockdown.
2, 3,
Will they?
4,
They will. And it looked like Vargas was trying to make a meal of it again, and he got burned.
7, 8.
And I think Vargas just spit his mouthpiece out and swatted it into the crowd out of frustration. But hey, eventually you're going to get caught if you keep doing that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the gum shield is actually in the crowd somewhere.
But they have a second one. You always have a second one, luckily.
Well, hey, What's your opinion there, Mike?
Yeah, he definitely swatted that into the crowd, but in terms of looking at this here, no question about it. That was definitely a knockdown. He was taking advantage and got to Vargas before Vargas hit the deck this time.
I will say why Vargas is annoyed, because Ball is spanning him and throwing him around, and as he's throwing him around there and then released, then he's caught him with a shot. But they're also saying that it's Vargas who's holding on. That's why Ball's throwing
exactly that, yeah.
10 seconds.
Ray Vargas, the boy who cried wolf too many times and eventually got caught.
Round 9.
Two points for that round. Closing the gap here, Nick Ball. He won't be satisfied with that, though, will he?
Yeah, and I think Vargas has that look in his eye, like, okay, now I'm just going to fight you.
Yeah. See, he doesn't really box like a Mexican for the most part, but still in him.
He's got to be sharper with that jab. He's got to get the rhythm. Then he can start letting the body shots go again, but he's got to reach completely lost his way, Vargas. See, that's
It's better for Ball. Slide that front foot forward, bend your knees, get as low as possible.
Oh, just missed that right. Vargas's chin was way in the air. Ray Vargas, who beat Mark Magsayo to win his title, survived a late knockdown in round 9 as well as a wobbly 10 to pull out a split decision win. And this might be headed in the same direction, Mike.
Yeah, as I was saying, this could turn into the game of two halves. First 6 rounds, I think most people would have agreed with Barry's card. Even though Ball was trying to make it competitive, it was Vargas who had the edge in most of those rounds.
And what he was doing earlier and what he's doing now is putting a lot of pressure on Vargas with those feet. Made Vargas move an awful lot. He'll definitely be feeling this.
I think the difference with Ball, he's getting a bit closer before he jumps into his attacks. He always jumps into his attacks, he's just getting that for the...
Oh, right hand from Vargas. Perfectly timed, and Nick Ball buckled his knees for a minute.
But if Vargas wins another round and this goes forwards, then this could be
Keep in mind, Nick Ball has scored 2 12th round knockouts in his career against Lamati and Kakalolo.
Left hook there from Ball there, just off the jab.
He's a late bloomer, so to speak. Oh, good right, this is Vargas.
Yeah, good chopping right hand. I mean, he is just relentless, Nick Ball. Don't get me wrong, he's missed with an awful lot of shots. He's still missing with an awful lot of shots, but he's still standing right in front of Vargas at every opportunity.
Vargas has been a bit busy in this round, but I still think that, as I say it, there's more weight in the shot here, the Ball.
Step back, no punch. Okay, good job.
Oh, there's a left that grazed the temple, and I saw Vargas's legs again look wobbly.
They did look like they dipped ever so slightly there, right high on the forehead of Vargas.
Oh, there's the big guy there, Anthony Joshua. Look how focused he's looking. I wonder if he's watching this fight and enjoying it. Big moment for him. All the pressure's on Anthony Joshua, can't forget that. But saying that, when has there never been any pressure on Anthony Joshua? He's had it since 2012, of course.
He looks focused, looks switched on. He understands the magnitude of this and what could come after this. Razor focus there, laser.
Almost robotic.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's almost tantric, isn't it?
Corners, 10
Back
seconds.
to this fight, which started out as a snoozer, but now has all the life
Seconds
you
out.
could want.
Round 10.
3 rounds to go for Ray Vargas's WBC Featherweight Championship.
It's just unbelievable turnaround after his first 5 rounds.
What has Ray Vargas done differently, Darren, that has allowed Nick Ball to get back into this fight?
First, he showed a lot of signs of frustration, and that's really spurred Nick Ball on, but he's neglected the jab. He's a little sloppy with the jab. The defense is not that great. Another left hook seemed to stun Vargas there. Right hand, I think, as well, for a bit of damage.
Here's the copy box numbers. They've certainly tightened up as Vargas has landed 24 total punches. Balls have been more effective.
Stay back.
That knockdown could result in a big body shot from Vargas.
They haven't bothered him all night with his body shots.
Oh, lovely jab. Shot that from the hip. Beautiful shot. And again, from Ball.
There from Vargas on the move as well.
I'm so surprised he's not thrown that shot more.
Step back.
Darren, you look at a small fighter, and those who maybe not well versed in boxing may say, you don't need a jab when you're that small. But even Mike Tyson said the jab was my most important punch.
It sets up everything. The most important thing, it lets you know that you're in range to follow it up with your big shot. That right hand of Ball's dangerous with the shot. We've seen that already. Once that jab lands, you know you can follow up with the right.
Looking so much more confident now is Liverpool's Nick Ball.
Sweeping right hand there from Ball. In a close round with this one, I think. I think Vargas has done some good work. But the fact that Ball cannot land with a jab, he could for the first 5 rounds, maybe a sign that Vargas might be tiring a little bit, even though he is still being quite active.
Yeah, think of all the big punches Nick Ball has thrown and missed, and yet still he has more energy, it seems.
Just relentless. You can see him taking that Spencer to bring that right foot across. He's just missing with that right hand. He's spinning away from the shot, Vargas. He needs to bring his right hand across. That's a nice left hook. This is good pressure, good work.
Why isn't Vargas keeping his hands up?
It's mad, isn't it? Well, I think he wants to throw. Because he got a smaller fighter, he wants to throw up with the punches. So he's got him at his waist. But again, when you got a guy who's coming close like this, it seems madness.
Yeah, it's good as gold. Now, listen, these rounds, the type, I think you're winning them on the aggression, right? You've got to just keep doing what you're doing. But we need that work rate high. This fella looks ready to go to me, Nick. Looks tired. You know, we've done it in the gym, haven't we, where we start warming up the rounds. Let's go for a stoppage. I like it. I mean, I think we can win these next 2 rounds. I think we've done enough. Yeah. But still, another knockdown would hurt us. Yeah, another knockdown would hurt us or 2. Let's press this fella and get him the fuck out of there, you know what I mean? Let's get closer, move the head, throw your right hand. He's moving that way anyway. Throw your right hand, shift, cut off the ring, work him. He'll grab you when he can.
Ray, I mean, look, it was a body shot. He was more off balance.
10 seconds.
I really like the way he's responding to instructions in the corner there, Nick Ball.
Round 11.
Fully focused. Really bridged the gap now. It's a close fight. And he's looking the stronger out of the 2 going into these 2 final rounds.
And Ball pull off a remarkable comeback. He's already dropped Vargas once after seemingly losing the first 5 rounds. Let's look at your scorecard, Bear.
Yes, yeah, I thought he lost a 6. I think again, I thought a 6 round was close. I thought he lost that, but I think the 17th and the 9th was huge.
Another left hand from Ball on the inside, and he just looks like he is beaming with confidence.
I think there's 2 rounds here. I think the 6th and the 10th that are rounds that could be swing rounds, but for me, I think Vargas won the 6th and the Ball won the 10th.
Counter right hand from Ball.
And if you're a judge that likes aggression, you're going to like the work from Ball. Again, has that left hook.
He's become a bulldozer the last few rounds.
He has to hold there for a second, didn't he, Vargas? His good right hand to the body, though.
And what work rate from Nick Ball. He hasn't slowed down really at all since the beginning of this fight.
Non-stop. Shot there from Vargas.
A lot of fighters would become so frustrated they almost would just go through the motions towards the end to get it over with, but not Nick Ball.
This is his big moment. He's leaving it all in the ring. Exactly what you'd expect from the challenger.
It's amazing how those body shots haven't slowed him down at all. All those good work to the body that Vargas was doing. Certainly that sweeping right hand didn't have one effect on Nick Ball.
Can you imagine if Vargas loses this fight by a single point? He'll feel so aggrieved because of that knockdown.
Absolutely, and in the corner, Paul Stevenson just there in between the last 2 rounds was saying to Nick Ball just about that. This could be desperately close, and the knockdown might be enough for you, he said to Nick, but you've got to get these last 2 rounds.
Vargas is showing enough right now to even win this round. That's some good work. And a couple of jabs, but still good work. Ball has been better.
Left hook from Vargas though. Ball looking to set him up for an attack. He got the slip first day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Could be the fight-winning shot. If it's not the fight-ending shot.
Vargas may need to take this fight back to the streets, so to speak. Give us that Mexican style. Go punch for punch. Volpe a Volpe.
Wow, lovely jab. Doesn't look great, Vargas.
How did he land with a check hook going forward like that?
We will go to the 12th round in what has become an enthralling encounter.
Hey, último round. Último round, eso es todo.
Yeah, remarkable stuff. It really is. I mean, it sets up a fantastic final round. But what an ending, what a second half rather of this fight for Nick Ball.
Well, Mike says something. Mike says
sorry, Barry, that is a legitimate knockdown, no doubt about it.
he doesn't give up as an attack, does he, Ball? He just runs you down. That's a lovely shot.
I mean, how can he even complain that it's not a knockdown? They didn't tangle feet, he didn't push him, it was a right hand to the chin.
After about round 4,
Corner,
Mike said,
10 seconds.
Jose Mourinho's ringside, but this might be a fight of 2 halves, and you've got a spot
Seconds
on
out, 12,
literally is a
and
fight of
final
2 halves.
round.
And now basically we're going to penalties here in the 12th. It could all be on the line here. Ray Vargas, the champ. Nick Ball looking for his first ever world title. How do you have it, Barry?
Yeah, but I got Ball up now with those 2 knockdowns, 104, 103. I think he's had a fantastic second half. All you got to do is be smart now, win this round, and he's a new WBC featherweight champion of the world. But you've got Vargas there who's going to work away. You'll know this is close. You know he's struggling in the second half.
Ray Vargas has never been stopped.
Doesn't play a penny for the 4 on Vargas as well. Does he think he's up? Not too sure.
He can't think he's up when he's been dropped twice.
And then I'm surprised that he's not letting his hands go. He's moving. It's almost like he's trying to survive or see out this final bell.
Well, Mike, he could still be hurt. He may be playing possum.
Absolutely. I mean, those 2 knockdowns could prove to be decisive in more ways than one, because this is a man who's, to me, looking like he's less than keen to get involved.
Oh, right hand scores big time. Vargas holding on, but he can't afford to hold on now. He has to win this round.
To be fair to Vargas, he is fighting back, but the intensity in his work is lacking for what it was. The sharpness that he had earlier on is not there anymore. Just the relentless pressure of Nick Ball.
Yeah, Vargas is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. He can't really get inside and exchange with him, but that's kind of what he has to do, Darren.
Yeah, and he's coming close on a couple of occasions. Nice jab from Ball.
The work rate of Nick Ball has been incredible.
With a minute left now, Vargas got, even if they're long straight shots, you got to let his hands go in flurries here. Ball's got to keep staying low, jumping into attacks. It's better from there. Still roll with the shoulders.
The eagerness to get inside and get close from Ball is commendable. It really is.
Crowd starting to respond to a man who's facing someone 8.5 inches taller.
He's done the right things to slow him down, though, Vargas. In the early rounds, he invested in the body to slow his legs. It just hasn't worked.
He has landed solidly, though, in this last round, Vargas.
This is it, final 10 seconds. Big ball. What a turnaround and what a left hand. Does Liverpool have a new world champion? We will go to the scorecards in Riyadh.
I mean, what a remarkable turnaround, incredible. And look, yeah, you could label that certainly as a fight of two halves. And for me, I favoured Nick Ball's half. You know, there was more to it.
Yep.
There was the knockdown, etc. 2 knockdowns. It was, yeah, for me, look, Vargas lifted aloft his coach's shoulders, but I know, for me,
not a lot of enthusiasm on that shoulder lift either, was there? It was kind of like, I have to do this.
And it was short-lived.
I think they've won the same amount of rounds, but Ball's got 2 10-8s. I think that's the difference.
Mike, what does your gut tell you we're going to see here?
I think we might have some controversy on the way, although they do seem to be very confident in the Ball corner. But I'm pretty much in line with Barry that it's fairly close and even as far as the numbers of rounds won are concerned, but the 2 knockdowns, for me, absolutely crucial.
That was a lovely counter left hook after a nice right to the body from Vargas. You can see what it means. They're convinced, they're sure, they're absolutely certain.
That's unbelievable, because I thought Vargas was so sharp, and I honestly thought Ball was just a step too far for him. And understandably, because how good Vargas has been for so many years. But then from that 7th round on, he just somehow, whether Vargas slowed down a little bit, I'm not quite sure. You see my scorecard here, it is literally split down the middle. You couldn't get it more even, like half, half, half. It's crazy, isn't it? And the knockdowns are the difference for me. And I'm not a fan of scoring fights like this, but I think I can't see you can have it any other way.
I'm the same with you. I think it's the 2 rounds there with the knockdowns that have been the difference here.
I mean, that 12th time, Mike, go ahead.
Now, but you isolated 2 rounds as well, Barry, during commentary, 6 and 10, which could have gone another way.
But that would still
have gone another way.
But that would still make it the same score, because then Ball would have the 6 and Vargas would have the 10. Yeah, I think the 12th round was relatively close, by the way, but I still thought Ball worked was enough.
And of course, Ray Vargas will argue forever that that first knockdown wasn't legitimate, and it could cost him the fight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on Saturday, March the 23rd in Sheffield, the Steel City, it will be the super lightweight showdown as the hometown hero Dalton Smith looks to continue his rapid rise against Jose Zepeda. Well, at the beginning, we talked about how Mexico has dominated the rivalry with Great Britain, and through the first 6 rounds, it was a complete domination, but then things changed.
I don't know, I'm just looking at the expression of Frank Warren. He doesn't look like a happy man.
Let's see. Thomas Triber has the scorecards.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Massimo Barrovecchio scores it 114 to 112 in favor of Ray Vargas. Judge Jun Bei Lim scores it 116 to 110 in favor of Nick Ball. And Judge Ray Danseco scores it 113 to 113. This bout is a split draw.
that's why Frank Warren was looking like he was looking just a few moments ago. And you can hear the reaction of the crowd here. And they're not always given in this part of the world to reactions like that. But Ray Vargas hangs on to his title. We did just lead towards the possibility of controversy, and this will be talked about for a long time in Liverpool and way beyond.
And I'm sure we will see that again now. And if I'm honest, the way that fight ended, I think it would probably be a better contest from the start. But I feel for Nick Ball, I really do.
Maybe what Nick Ball will think about if he could have won, being a little bit smart in those 6 weeks, could nick one of those rounds from round 1 to 5, he might have just done enough. But I thought he did enough anyway. So
let's go into the ring and Ade.
Nick, I want to come to you first. You heard the judges' scorecards there. One of them I thought very wide, but a draw with the 2 knockdowns that you had as well. Did you think you did enough to become the champion tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I had 2 knockdowns, and obviously I was putting the pressure on for the whole fight. That's what I felt, obviously, after watching it back. But yeah, I was the aggressor in the fight, so I thought I'd done enough to win it, yeah. So.
It seemed at times as though every time you got close, the referee broke you up, not allowing you to do your work. What did you make of that?
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating, innit? But that's just the way it is. You can't get angry at it. You've got to stay focused and, you know, carry on doing the job. But yeah, it is frustrating.
Do you take any comfort in the fact that Ray Vargas is a very, very good featherweight, a very good boxer, 2-weight world champion? You showed now that you're at that level.
Yeah, I knew I was at that level. It's just getting the opportunity in it and to show it. And thanks to Frank, who got me, and Paul and Ant, who got me to this point in my career. You know, yeah, I've shown that, haven't I? So, but it's disappointing, really.
Let's hope we can get that fight on again. A man that can make that fight happen again is Frank. Frank, obviously, clearly disappointed. You obviously thought your man did enough to win that fight.
He won the fight. You know, I'm not going to. We're not crybabies. He won the fight. Listen to the crowd. Did he win it or did he not win it? Who won the fight? He won the fight.
Frank,
and you know, I don't know what's going on. I just don't understand. How was that a split? He's had him down twice. He lost the early rounds, lost a few of the early rounds, but I'm telling you, he won that fight.
Before I bring Ray Vargas in, Frank, is there a possibility that we could get this on again?
I'm sure it will get. I think it'll get ordered by the WBC. I'm sure it will.
Frank, I know you're disappointed. Nick, congratulations on a fantastic fight. Well done. Hopefully we see it again. Let's get Ray Vargas in. Ray. Congratulations, Ray. You can hear the crowd's reaction. Did you think you did enough to retain your belt?
¿Crees que hiciste lo suficiente para poder retener tu título?
Por supuesto, venir a la casa de mi retador con toda su gente apoyándolo y haciendo cosas que no debe ser. Y aún así, empatando, creo que soy doblemente ganador.
Of course. I mean, coming all the way here in his backyard to fight him, I mean, that shows that I got character, that I got courage. I mean, even he got his people behind him, the crowd behind him, and authorities behind him. And even though we got a draw, that's a double victory.
It has been a long time since we've seen you in the ring. The last time was against Shaki Foster. That was a long time ago, February of 2023. Was that a problem, your fitness in the second half of the fight?
Vienes de una derrota, pero hace un año no has tenido actividad. ¿Crees que eso haya influido en tu desempeño esta noche?
Sí, por supuesto, un año inactivo y apenas saliendo una lesión. Creo que todo también resta. Pero ese es el detrás de cámaras que la gente no lo sabe.
Definitely, yes. I mean, if it affects me, I mean, coming off a loss, no problem. But 1 year, no activity, obviously affects my performance. But even though I made a great fight, I got a draw, even though I didn't like the way they count the drops. But I'm here. It's good.
Final one. Nick Ball wants a fight again with you, a rematch. You heard Frank Warren, he wants a rematch. I think the crowd want a rematch. Will you give Nick Ball another opportunity?
Nick Ball quiere la revancha. La gente quiere la revancha. ¿Tú le darías la revancha? Sí, pero en México.
Sí, por supuesto. Para empezar, agradezco al CMB por el buen trabajo que se hace. También a la gente de Arabia que nos atendió y nos ha recibido muy cálidamente, principalmente.
Yes, of course. But first, I would like to thank WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, and I would like to thank His Excellency for putting up such a great show, bringing us, inviting us, and being part of it. I mean, that's the first thing I would like to do. And obviously, I would like to thank all the people that come to support me from Mexico City, that they are here.
Y por supuesto que le doy la revancha, pero si vuelvo a venir, sé que vengo al cuarto, a la cama de mi contrincante con toda la ola encima. Pero si vuelvo a venir, voy a exigir una buena paga, al doble o el triple de lo que me están dando ahora, que sea justo.
Definitely, I will even come here to his backyard to fight him. No problem, I'm not afraid of that. But I mean, obviously, I need to the ground to be fair, you know, because it wasn't fair this time. And if they pay me three times, 4 times more that I got this night, of course, we can fight tomorrow.
Let's not forget his backyard is Liverpool, not Saudi Arabia. But congratulations on the win, Rey Vargas, and for retaining your belt as well.
He would like to say bye.
Quiero agradecer a toda la gente de Arabia, a las autoridades correspondientes, a los reyes, a los directivos por esta gran función.
I would like to say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for everything, for your support. Thanks the people from Saudi. Thanks the authority, and thanks His Excellency for this show.
Congratulations, Rey Vargas, guys.
With all due respect to Frank Warren, who is obviously frustrated, to those who are maybe watching boxing, you know, we got a big crowd here that maybe hasn't seen a lot of boxing. It's not as simple as judges clicking a box who won, him or him. It's a round-by-round fight. And I didn't hear Frank Warren in the ring going, Ngannou beat Fury because he knocked him down. He was saying that tonight. Knockdowns do not win you a fight. And if Nick Ball had won just one of those earlier rounds, Mike, he would have taken the fight.
And translated, looking at that scorecard that was 113 and 113. That translates to 7 rounds to 5 to Vargas, but the 2 knockdowns bring it level.
Honestly, it was incredible how he turned this fight around. You know, I was so impressed with Vargas early on, and then we started to see some of this. We see a lot of play acting. Vargas dropping to the floor easily and complaining. We see that exchange at the end of one of the rounds there. He neglected this work to the body, especially later on. That was more of a stumble, I feel. But he was so effective early on, but just neglected, kind of fell apart, if I'm honest. And Nick Ball, credit to him. You know, he really rallied back and tried to find these big shots. You can't complain with that. That's a knockdown.
Well, Vargas had a really good start though, and he did all the right things. He's a fantastic operator, and he worked the body to slow down the guy who was constantly coming at him. It didn't work, and I thought Ball, one of these fighters, if he doesn't feel it, it doesn't count. And that's not the case with scoring shots.
Let's look at our CompuBox stats. Similar numbers, to be frank, but Rey Vargas, who, as we mentioned, did a lot of play acting earlier on, if he hadn't done that, and Nick Ball did that toss and then the punch, maybe the referee doesn't score a knockdown, and maybe Rey Vargas does indeed win the fight. But big picture, you gotta beat the champ to take the title, and a draw means Rey Vargas goes back to Mexico, still the WBC featherweight champion of the world. Kate?
Thank you very much, Todd. Well, there is only 2 more